Hello, I'm Hugh Lunn. Welcome to the Fruit Park YouTube channel. And what we're seeing here today is that at every tram stop in Brisbane, every lamppost is painted exactly like this. Silverton Road and the footpath.
Yes.
I remember coming to see Ken, who was in the Davis Cup team when the Challenge Round final was held in Melton in '62. And I can remember queuing up because there were thousands and thousands of people, there were 22,000 people in Melton that day, and queuing up to get a ticket to see my mate in the Davis Cup team.
Yeah, lovely.
With Laver and Emerson Fraser. The Maruka tram. When I lived at Annerley Junction, we used to catch the Maruka tram to and from Annerley. Shower house, because so much belched out of it, out of the 6 chimneys. And the Queensland Tennis Centre is now built on the site of the old Tennyson shower house. And you used to watch Kenny going past.
Yeah, Kenny Fletcher's dad.
Mel is one of the greatest tennis players Australia produced. Another Queenslander. He came from a little town near Rocky, which was, Rod Laver came along through there 3 years later. He's the man.
Yeah, well, and it should be a great series.
Good morning, Hugh Lunn for the YouTube Fruit Park channel. We've got a picture here of Pat Rafter. Now, Mel, he was much after your time, but what do you know? What can you tell us about Pat Rafter, who's another champion Queensland tennis player?
Well, a champion guy.
G'day, I'm Hugh Lunn, and I want to tell you about a big year in world tennis, and that was the year 1969, because up until then the amateurs had competed by themselves at the Grand Slam tournaments, and the professionals with Jack Kramer and Pancho Gonzalez went around playing other tournaments and weren't allowed into the Grand Slams. And so
We're just going to pop the soil in around the edges now.
grab a shovel, Chuck.
Chuck. There we go.
Wendy Turnbull, I know you're watching, so I hope you're enjoying it all, because the Wendy Turnbull Green behind me is being built and it's coming along very nicely. And now I'm going to chat to Brian Laver, Rod's cousin, about another Brisbane tennis character, almost as big a character as Brian himself, Kenny Fletcher. Okay, today we've got on the Fruit Park YouTube channel, we've got one of the best tennis players Australia ever produced. Basically, I'll start again. Hello, I'm Hugh Lunn, and this is Ashley Cooper, a famous world-class tennis player from the 1950s and early 60s, who won a few Davis Cups and won Wimbledon and the US Open and the Australian.
And got through and as I said, hopefully got a momentum up.
And let me say, it wouldn't have happened without this man, Peter Rasey, who took on everybody to get these things named, even to get the Ken Fletcher Park name. You even got Chuck Finney to sign the petition.
Framed, the original is framed, sitting in the Tennis Queensland, it's sitting in Tennis Queensland's museum collection.
Frame only saying frames, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Thank you, Wendy Turnbull. Arrived, and here it is, planted by Chuck in memory of his dear friend Ken Fletcher. And that's the tree Chuck came out here a few years ago and planted. Now I'm here because Hazel contacted me. She's a very persuasive woman, because I've written State of Origin the musical, and we're rehearsing today at QPAC in the Cremorne Theatre, doing scene 4 and 12, and I'm not there. So I should be, but I preferred to come to this event. Hazel told me to bring some books to sell, and I said, oh, I don't think I should bring. She said, I want to buy one, so bring some books. So I did. Now, as Mal said, Roy was a great tennis champion, like Mal himself, and he said how athletic he was. Roy Emerson could do 300 kangaroo jumps, where you get on your haunches and jump in the air in a row. Well, here's the bust that was unveiled of Brisbane tennis player Ken Fletcher in January 2014 in his park, Ken Fletcher Park in Brisbane. And You know, Ken Fletcher was a champion tennis player around the world. People often wonder why Queensland had so many fantastic champions back in the 50s and 60s.